Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I have my Tome Topple Readathon TBR. So the Tome Topple Readathon is a readathon that I've always wanted to participate in, but I just have never really managed to fit what I wanted to read into it. And if you don't know, the Tome Topple Readathon is a readathon that lasts for 2 weeks. This round is round number 7 and it is starting at midnight on the 16th of November and will run till 11:59 p.m. on the 29th. It was created by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes and she has a bunch of other co-hosts. I will link all of them in the description box below so you can go check them out in their announcement videos. But the only really thing you have to do in Tome Topple is to read books over 500 pages. I own plenty of those, but my TBR over the last year has not really lended itself to participating in this readathon if I have a lot I want to read and none of them are over 500 pages. However, this month, only one book that I'm planning on reading and may realistically actually finish before the end of the month is under 500 pages, and I have to finish that book by the day before the readathon starts because it has to go back to the library on that day. So every book I plan to read after that has over 500 pages, so I may as well participate in Tome Topple because I would be doing it unofficially anyway. Tome Topple also has 5 challenges. They are the same challenges every time. I am not aiming for the challenges, but with the TBR that I have, I will be completing 3 of them anyway, so I will let you know what they are. So the challenges that I won't be completing is to read a graphic novel and to buddy read a book. The first challenge is to complete 2 tomes, and I have 3 books on my TBR for this readathon, and then the other 2 challenges I plan on completing are to read an adult tome and to read a book in a series. So now that we've got all that over with, let me tell you what I plan on reading. So you know guys, I looked at Tome Topple and I thought you want me to read books over 500 pages, and I thought I'm gonna one-up you guys and I'm going to read a book that has almost 1,000 pages. The first book that I will be reading for the readathon is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. This is next on my TBR anyway. My highest priority read, I just really needed to read the book that needs to go back to the library before I could start this, which is the only reason I haven't started it already. You may think that, you know, just reading one book this long may be difficult in a readathon, but because I'm so invested in this and I know it's going to be high stakes and fast paced and like soul destroying, I'm pretty confident that I can blast through this in probably the first week. It has 980 pages in total. It is chunky. Sarah J. Maas books are not speed read books. They're not books that you can just fly through, but you know, I was even thinking about doing a 24-hour readathon where I just read this book, but at the same time I kind of want to savor it a bit and really take my time because the thought of reading this book is just really making me nervous. This one will complete the challenge to read a book in a series, and also it will be one of the 2 tomes I'm hoping to complete. I'm sure you all know, but this is the final, much anticipated, highly sought after. We waited a long time for this book. This is the last book in the Throne of Glass series. I am hyped. I am shook. I'm like so deep in that world right now because I've been rereading the series throughout the entirety of the year. And I just want to read this so bad, but I'm also terrified because I know that people have been sobbing and I'm going to sob and it's going to be a lot. For the challenge to read an adult tome, I will be reading The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This is a fantasy series that is based on the rape of Nanking. Not sure when, I think it was like the 1920s, 1930s. Please don't quote me on that because I'm just really not sure. But this follows those horrific events in a fantasy world. The subject matters in this are very dark. It has a lot of trigger warnings. I haven't read it so I can't give you them all, but I know that there are lists online of all of the trigger warnings in this book. But I've heard that this is like one of the best fantasies of the year, and so I really just want to read it. And this book is 527 pages, so just about fits into the tome category. And the last book I'm aiming to read is 605 pages, and that is Kinslayer by J. Kristoff. This is the second book in the Lotus War series. This one will also fit for the challenge to read a book in a series and will add to my read 2 tomes challenge. This is a sequel to the book that I'm currently reading that has to be returned to the library, and so as it's a library book, it is a high priority. I'm not sure if this is young adult or adult because it reads like a cross between them both. I'm pretty sure it's been published as adult, but I'm also pretty sure I've heard people refer to it as young adult. I think I'm going to categorize it as adult, although I am going to do a little bit more research first. But this is not what I thought it was. I didn't really know a lot about it going into it, but this is a Japanese inspired steampunk dystopian or alternate history. I can't really decide, But essentially these 7 islands, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be like Japanese islands or they're supposed to represent Japan, but they're on the verge of environmental collapse. I feel like it kind of has a take on opium and poppies as well, because everything in this world runs on lotus fumes. So they use the seeds for some things, the flowers for others. They smoke it like people would smoke poppies. They use it to fuel their skyships and their cars. They've even started to make guns that's powered by lotus powder. Everybody has to wear goggles and like a handkerchief around their mouth so that they don't inhale the fumes. People are getting like a lung cancer called black lung from being on the streets and inhaling all of this pollution. And that's not what I thought it was. I was hoping, well, I was thinking it was going to be like a pretty Japanese world, because I love those. I love like pretty Japanese fantasies. And essentially our main character can speak to animals, and they have been sent on an impossible mission by the shogun to find a thunder tiger, which is this giant flying creature that is half eagle, half tiger. And they think it's impossible because pretty much normal animals like dogs and birds are extinct because of all of the pollution. So they're going to find this mythical beast and they don't believe it can be done. This one's a sequel. I know I'm going to be excited. It's very much Jay's style. I love Jay Kristoff, and hopefully I will get to this one, although of the 3 it's probably the one that I'm least likely to get to. So that is everything for my Tome Topple TBR. I'm so excited to be participating. Like, this is my readathon. I love big books and I love big fantasies, and I'm glad that I finally made it work into my schedule. Please let me know if you are participating and what books you will be reading. Please let me know if you've read any of these, but do not spoil Kingdom of Ash for me, please. Every time I mention it in a video, I'm nervous somebody's gonna spoil it for me. Please don't be that guy. Please. That is everything for this video. Please don't forget to like if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you will go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.